Hi, welcome to our first conversation with family childcare providers who are using our learning through exploration curriculum. I'm Christine Ashman. I'm one of the early education coaches at Neighborhood Villages, and I have the pleasure to be here today with Edna Cabral at Edna's Little Garden for family childcare. Edna has been a provider for 22 years. And so we're going to talk a little bit about how did you first come to use the curriculum?
I forgot exactly how, but McKenna Baker, she reached me, or maybe I've reached to her, I don't remember now. And so we talked about being part of the development of the curriculum. And so I was very excited to be part of, to give my insight as a family childcare provider. To develop the program as well.
So you've been part of the working group, so you've been in this right since the beginning.
Yes, I mean, in a way. I was what they call a critical friend, so we would meet once a month, and between that time we had things that we could be researching or thinking about how as family childcare providers, what's important, what would be interesting to have in the curriculum and approachable to family childcare providers' point of view and in their curriculum, in their environments.
So what drew you to participate in the as a critical friend?
So we would get together for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and there were some choices. We were talk about how the children learn. I would give my perspective, and I really like the Reggio Emilia approach because I think it's so suited for family childcare environment, and because it's that play through exploration, learning through play, and I'm a firm believer on that. And the more we talked about it, and after seeing the final project, it's been really enjoyable to use it with my children and with my families as well.
Excellent. So what do you like most about using it?
What I like, it's so flexible, and I can make it individualized. Yes. Yes, to the children that are in my program at the moment, in this year. And for example, we're learning about ourselves. And I think that we can, especially in the beginning, if you have a new family, that's perfect for everyone to learn about each other, to build community. However, if you have the group from last year or 2 years ago, it's the same because there's always things that we can learn about each other through the prompts that the curriculum has. I find it very flexible, and like I said, that I can see what the children in my program like, and I can take the parts from the curriculum and use it.
And so which type of the explorations, the learning experiences, do you feel works best in your setting? Are there particular kinds of
I think all of the ones that we have, because you can for example, we're doing our community and building friendship, relationship, and especially with toddlers, they get in that period, in that stage, that they need to learn how to share, how to take care of each other, and through the curriculum, we can address that. And For example, we did a lot of pumpkins because the kids were fascinated with pumpkins.
Mhm.
And it's something that I find that you can use the curriculum as a base. And if you want to incorporate whatever it's going around and the other approaches to education, it's very easy to use. We're doing pumpkins, we're doing squirrels because the kids were in love with squirrels, and it's a way for us to learn about each other, what we like, what we don't like, even about what we like to eat. We have a family that's Japanese, and so the baby, mom cooks the food for the baby. So again, learning about us. I specifically started with the All About Us because of that.
It's one of my favorites to start the year with.
Yes, yeah, and also because of learning about, especially with what's going on in around us. It's a way to teach the children about accepting each other, our differences, and again, All About Us. It has that anti-bias that you can use it so organically, naturally, without forcing anything. It's very smooth, to get the ideas, that the prompts that it's in the curriculum. You can easily adapt it. And for example, if it's a new family childcare provider starting, I find it's the perfect curriculum because it gives you steps by steps, and at the same time you can pick from you learn about the curriculum, so your children, you're learning about each other, and it's so flexible that you can pick what will make sense within your group. And for example, we're doing, like I said, we have a Japanese family and mom brings Japanese food, so that's a way for us to learn about Japanese traditions, cultures, to learn about ourselves, to learn about our community, not just here, but when the children go out, they'll bring that. And so it's that prompts for the curriculum offers you. So I really liked it and if you're a seasoned provider, I find that you can incorporate maybe ideas that you have, things that have been working for you. You can easily incorporate that into the curriculum as well. It's not like in the very many years ago, I used to have the curriculum from a company. I would have it every month, and it was great in the beginning because everything was in the box. But after a while, it wasn't tailored to each child like this one can be, because it's so broad. And so, it wasn't working, even though there was all the art materials. Again, art materials that wasn't tailored to the children in my program.
So it sounds like one of your favorite parts about the curriculum is that you can individualize it.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit more how that works in your program?
Yes. For example, I had a 4-year-old that he loves to create things, to get the scissors and the paper and do a costume for his teddy bear with paper. And in the curriculum, there's flexibility that we can do that. And then another child who doesn't like to be sitting down and using the scissors because maybe the child doesn't know, but we can still learn about each other, all about us, because my John likes to use the scissors, and he likes to use stamps, and he likes to use buttons. But Mary, she doesn't know how to use the scissors yet, but she can tear the paper, and she can make her art, use the glue, a lot of glue, and each one would have their art, and so we will learn about each other. Oh, John likes a lot of the rainbow, but Mary, she likes hearts. And so with that, learning about us and that community, when we do art together, it's not the paper that you get in a box in a curriculum and you do that. There's that flexibility, because you're learning through exploration. You're not just confined to the materials that comes in the box, and you can, again, with that learning what we enjoy, what we like, and we do it together. Again, there's that community, and sometimes even a big paper on the table, and everyone will do their pictures and their coloring. One knows how to do some letters of her name. The others don't, but they scribble. But still, we come together and we do a beautiful thing that everyone enjoys looking at it.
Out of the learning experience, community art.
Community art. Yeah.
We did that at the day of play, and it was amazing because people were just walking by, and we're like, "Here, can you draw?" And
yeah, because I did that too.
Yeah,
and it's funny because I was like, "Oh my goodness, yeah, I have to look. How do I draw that?" and then I did a picture, something, and they were like even asking me, I know what's that. And I had to explain what that was and tell them, Edna doesn't know how to do that well, but this is how I can do my picture, and this is what I did. That's what it means to me. And then with that, we can talk about feelings, about how because you did something different than you doesn't mean that it's not beautiful. And there we're learning about acceptance. We're learning about respecting each other. So there's so much, again,
and even about ability. Like, some people have can draw. Other people don't really have the ability to do that.
Yes,
like me. I do stick people if I have to draw. But I was also wondering, because I know you have some small ones. So if they want to join in, are you able to adapt it for the very young toddlers or the almost toddlers?
Yes. For example, the paint, the hand paint. If I squeeze finger paint. Yes, I knew. Hand paint didn't sound quite right. But yes, for example, with that, by squeezing on the table, and little ones, they're just a little bit above the table, that they can use their hand and still do it, and sometimes the little ones, when one starts painting their hands and doing it there, the big ones start doing that too. So then there's that fun and community and enjoying. So yes, the little ones, it's very easy to have them enjoy us and join us, instead of watering down too much. They can do that. What's the example or the prompt that it's in the curriculum? You can use it. I find it.
So how do you like the family engagement pieces? Does that, like the welcoming invitations, do those work the way your parents drop off?
Yes. For example, this mother, when I started using it, and with the Japanese family, we thinking about inclusive being inclusive. So we started listening to a Japanese song, "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," and it was funny that the one of the toddler, he knows already to sing some songs. So when all this to say that when the mom came to drop off the baby, she heard something and she's like, "Oh, is this what are you singing?" And I said, yes, a few words. So she was pleasantly surprised, and with that, we asked, "Oh, how do you say pumpkin in Japanese?"
Oh, I saw you had
Yes.
that labeled over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So how do you
and
say
also Portuguese. I think.
Portuguese? Yeah. How do you say pumpkin? And so we're learning, and the parents, and then when the other parents come, I will be like, "Oh, do you know how to say pumpkin in Japanese? Do you know how to say pumpkin in Portuguese?" So that's the parents. They would try to say it.
Right.
Yeah, like me. So everyone feels inclusive, I think.
So I see you've started to use the blank sample plans that are
Mhm.
provided.
Yeah. Yes. Like I said, I think in the beginning, because the curriculum is so flexible, I find it that a new provider, a new educator, can use it as it is, and still would be able to adapt a little bit for a child because it's easy.
Mhm.
The ideas that in the curriculum, there's so many ideas that she can individualize. It's there for her, and for me, for example, I've been doing family childcare for over 20 years. I can use the ideas and adapt for the children in my program, individualize it for my program. For example, we did pumpkins, and we were cleaning, taking out the seeds, and some didn't like the feeling of it. So it's okay. You can still participate because you get a spoon and the child can use it, right?
Yeah.
So it's not so rigid that, okay, now what are we going to do? That child needs to not be included. And that is another way for us to come up as a group after we did that. And we can talk about, oh, I noticed that you didn't, what did you feel when you were touching the pumpkin? And we can talk about how we like different things, and it's okay to like different things. We're still friends because we like different things.
I love that you go beyond the simple steps of the learning experience, or as they're often called, activities, and it's just automatic the way you're like, and this is how it connects.
Yes. I think if you decide to use the curriculum, you don't have to feel that's the only things that you can do. It's what's there. You can incorporate your own ideas, your own experiences throughout the years. For example, what you think the group would like, especially the group that you have, and you can use it. You can change it a little bit because it's easy enough to change. It gives you, in a way, the prompts for you to change. Because you have an idea, and it's on the paper what you can use, or suggestions.
So you were just saying that after you did the pumpkins, then you were able to later refer back to it. So that sounds really like you're reflecting with the children afterwards.
Yes, and we are together. We we are talking about what we like, what we didn't like. Me, as an educator, I can see, okay, we are using the language that I want them to use without them even realizing that.
So I see you also have the learning experience reflection tool there. Do you use that yourself when you're doing your planning?
Yes. Like if it's something that I noticed that a child didn't enjoy doing it, I'm going to still offering the learning experience, but adapt to that child so that she can feel included in the activity, in the learning that we're doing, in our daily day activities, walking, talking with each other. That's reflection. It helps me again individualize the learning experience to each child like that.
Yeah, I love the example with the spoon. I used to keep the big tongue depressor sticks, you know, the giant popsicle sticks, and it to hand anytime somebody did. I'm like, here, have a stick. Try it with a stick.
After a while, you know the children that's in your group, what they like, what they don't like. But it's through those experiences that you come to know each other as well.
Yeah.
I find it easy to use, user-friendly,
Right.
user-friendly for the children and for myself too.
Yeah. So clearly, you know this curriculum inside and out, right? You are in it at the very beginning as a critical friend, and you're using it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any tips and tricks for a provider who is just picking it up for the first time?
I would say to if you want to use an exploration, have the exploration, read it, prepare. It doesn't take that long because it's written in a way that it's understandable and easy to follow or implement with the children. That way, you know what you want to teach them and the experiences that they want to learn with it. For example, when we're doing All About Us, one thing that's because for my program, I have, like I said, a Japanese family, and one of the books suggested there is this one, the BIM. It was easy to go to the curriculum, pick a book that fitted into my family, in one of my families, and use it. So the trick, that's one thing that new providers can do. Going into the curriculum, read about it, and pick what best suited for their program. And another trick for another suggestion would be with families, with a new provider, for example, would be to have the little cards that can be, they're simple to just look at them and read quickly.
Oh, the read aloud cards.
Yes.
There's one for each book.
Yes, and you can have it on the counter, for example. If you own an apron, you can have it. And if you need to look at something, if you have a doubt, you can just pull it out and continue with the learning experience that you're offering the children.
Edna, thank you so much for having us in your space and for speaking with us. I've really enjoyed talking with you today.
Yeah, you're welcome. But one more thing that I just remembered too, and this for new providers, for example, sometimes there's a lack of confidence in a way if we're doing even seasoned providers, for example, that we know that we're doing the best for the children, and but having the curriculum who has been developed with other educators who know what the children need, how they learn, and having that, we can it's a validation to the provider, to the educator, because you can tell the parents, I follow this curriculum, and it has been developed with the children's holistic learning approach, and by the curriculum is your backup in a way, and you can be talking about your families about it, and makes you be professional and get that respect as well, from not only from the parents, your families, but you respect yourself too. So and the more we talk about it, we will get this awareness that family childcare providers also follow a curriculum and teach the children, and they are ready for kindergarten with what we do and the learning experiences that we provide the children in our programs.
Thank you. That's a very good point. Family child care providers are early educators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And thank you all for joining us today. I hope you found this helpful and that you'll join us for future conversations in the series with other family child care providers who are using the curriculum.